Welcome to the 28th Angle podcast, where your host, Shelley,
Victoria,
and Heather
are here to hang out, have some fun, and share our different perspectives on a variety of topics. So let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey, happy hump day.
welcome back. I hope everybody's had a great week.
Yeah, nothing interesting on my side, so.
Or my side.
Yeah, typical week here too.
Yep.
Real exciting lives we live.
I usually do, but just not this week.
Yeah, this one's just a boring week for you.
So today's episode is going to be kind of fun. Should be fun and scary. We're going to do spooky time with Victoria.
Yes, she's been waiting to say that, guys. So just let her have it. I'm kidding.
I have been
Yes. So we are going to go over some history and some stories about a haunted house today. We're going to talk about the Bellaire Haunted House located in Bellaire, Ohio. You guys ever heard of it?
No.
Nope. Never heard of it.
Oh, the only Bellaire I ever heard of was Fresh Prince.
I did have that thought too. So, the legend of the Bellaire House has had haunting histories dating back to the early 20th centuries. So, the house was built by Jacob Hetherington, if I'm saying that correctly, in 1847. So, It's been around for a while. Yeah. It's on a hill overlooking the Ohio River. It's actually situated on ley lines and coal mines, which was also owned by Jacob Hetherington. He started the coal mines. And the big reports about this is the coal mine explosion in 1893 happened at that exact same coal mine. So the reports say 42 died, but there's also a list of people where about 71 or 72 men actually died in the explosion. Yeah, so it's kind of a unique location because it's not only on a coal mine and on ley lines, but it's also built on Native American ritual. So, which is, it's actually Shawnee, which is funny because that's what me and Heather are supposed to be, supposedly. So it's got a lot of like unique alignments and in its specific location. So everybody calls them like portals, and like that's how all the, the spirits and all that come back and forth, and why it's so busy in the spirit world because of all the portals based on the location of the house.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
sounds like a next
crazy
vacation for me.
Right, I had that thought. We should go see. We should go stay the night there.
Go have fun. I will.
I know,
You
Shelley,
guys
you're
can post
coming.
pictures. Oh gosh, I'd be so scared.
Yeah. So Jacob Hetherington was a respected miner. He owned it. He built the house himself there. It was built on a sacred Shawnee Native American burial caves. And he owned that house up until he was he got admitted into an insane asylum. So once he did that, the house got passed down to his children, to their children. His wife lived there too. I'm not sure what happened to her actually. So when he died, the land got left to his daughter Eliza and his son Edwin. But not long after being in the house, his daughter Eliza actually passed away right in the dining room of the house. So,
oh my god!
Sorry, guys, we're laughing because of Shelley's face. You guys may not see that, but
But Edwin was so heartbroken because he'd lost his parents and now he's lost his sister that he spent the next couple of years inviting mediums and everybody to come in and do seances to try to communicate with his sister. So that's also another reason people think the house is really haunted. So it's said that Edwin's fascination with the spirit world left the house like extra vulnerable to paranormal events.
Did they say, I'm sorry if I missed it, but did they say how
she died, how the sister died? I think from what I read, she died of a heart attack or something along those lines. So
was she older or younger?
I think she was older. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if I know her exact age, but I think I read it was up there. She wasn't young or anything. I could be very wrong on that though. Let me state that.
Or I'm getting
everything I've done a lot of research on this, and I've listened to a lot of other podcasts and things like that. So just a heads up, like I could be wrong in a lot of this. This is what a lot of the information I found over and over stated. So yeah, he eventually also passed away, and the house stayed abandoned for years and years. And people, even in the neighborhood, would see like figures inside the house or peering from its windows, despite the house being locked and unoccupied. Until eventually, it was in foreclosure, and somebody named Kristen Lee bought the house for really cheap when it was in foreclosure. So yeah. Yeah. And Kristen bought the house because she's had like just some really bad luck with housing, honestly.
Oh
like,
God.
She lost her
this house?
Right. That's what I said. She lost her last house because of a flood. And then the house before that, she also lost to a flood.
Oh,
so
gosh.
she was like really down on her luck and everything, and found this foreclosed house. And if I remember correctly, she doesn't remember anything she didn't know anything about it. So she bought it.
I feel like she should have been warned, but I guess if it was in foreclosure, then there's not really anybody to warn you.
Because it was probably run down, right?
I think it was a little run down, but it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was like really cheap, and she really didn't have anywhere else to go or any other options. So yeah, she bought the house. She said it was like perfect size for her family, and all
she
that.
Had a whole family. Jesus.
Oh my!
Yeah,
gosh.
she had kids and everything.
Oh my gosh!
So she bought that house. I think it went into foreclosure. Oh yeah, after Edwin, the house had passed down through several owners, and then went in foreclosure in 2005, and then that's when Kristen Lee bought it. So when Kristen Lee moved into it, she would notice objects going missing, or like her towels being moved when she would take a shower. She would hear phantom footsteps that could be heard around the house, and other noises. She always felt like she was being watched. Her children were afraid to sleep in their rooms, and with claims of being watched all the time as well. During the winter, the whole family slept downstairs in the living room to save on gas and all be warm because of how large the house was. So one night, while the family was sleeping, Kristen was sleeping on the couch that wrapped around. And she woke up to a sensation of the couch cushion being pressed down like someone was sitting next to her. When she woke up, she saw a gray figure of a man sitting next to her. He was made up of what appeared to be like a gray mist, and he was translucent. So,
oh my God.
So she could make out physical features well enough to tell the man had been emotionless, no expressions on his face. and he was staring at her. And Kristen screamed at him, "What do you want? What are you doing here?" at the figure. And the figure just continued to stare at Kristen.
Oh, gosh.
At that point, the family dog, Bella, was scrambling around the room and started barking at the figure.
Oh, wow.
When Kristen turned around to calm down Bella, the dog, telling her to calm down, she could see her breath in the chill air.
Oh,
And as she did that, the figure stood up and the cushion of the couch was raising as well, and then he walked into the foyer and vanished. After the figure departed, Kristen woke up her husband to tell him about seeing a ghost, and he told her she was just working too hard and had a bad dream.
Oh my God.
And that she should go back to sleep. I think it was 2005?
Yeah, you said 2005.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I could be off on that, but yeah, I think it was 2005.
Might be just, a family I could visit. I haven't been around everybody.
You think so, Shelley?
Maybe.
I mean, I think it depends on what you believe in the spirit world, but I mean, he may be trapped in the house, in my opinion. His spirit may be trapped in the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so much. The Indian burial grounds, there are the caves, and the mine explosion. Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine there's a lot trapped there. Like,
yeah,
for sure. And then if there really are portals, which I don't know my full beliefs in the portals with the whole spiritual portals, but
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah,
either.
I mean, they could easily come and go, as they please, if that's true, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. I guess I've never done research on that. But.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But so I believe after that, she said that she's not doing this anymore, and she tried to sell the house. So she moved out and she tried to sell the house. I think she tried to sell it back to the city or whatever for like $1 just to get out of it, and nobody wanted it. Nobody would buy it from her. Nobody wanted it. Everybody knew how haunted it was, and they wanted no part of it.
I'll take it. It's fine. I'll take it.
Right. Exactly.
For $1, give it to me.
So they knew that it was haunted. The bank obviously had it in foreclosure when she bought it. Aren't they supposed to be like releasing this information to people? Like, just so you know.
I don't think they have to say if it's haunted. They have to say if somebody died in it or something like that. But I would assume also every city is. Yeah, I guess.
Every state and city is different.
If that lady, the sister died in it, I don't know. Maybe because it was too old at the time. I'm not sure. Yeah.
That sucks.
So
she's out another house.
She's out another house. But yeah, she tried to rent the house. And every time that she would rent the house, she would tell them like, "Hey, it's haunted." Like, she was very open with them. And if people would come and go really quick because they would move in, realize how haunted it was, and move out. So, at that point, Kristen decided to just turn the house into an afterlife research center for paranormal researchers from all over. So now people, a lot of paranormal researchers travel pretty far to go to the Bellaire House to see what they can hear and find. So,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a movie on this?
I believe there is a movie on this. I'm not exactly sure what it's called.
I just kind of Googled it, and it says the Bellaire House.
Yeah.
Ohio's most haunted house.
Well, I guess we got something to watch.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it.
Guess you know what you guys are watching later. Right before Shelley goes to sleep.
No. This will be watched tomorrow afternoon when it's nice and sunny out.
All the windows and blinds open.
Yep.
So there's also some stories of a little girl that died, supposedly drowned in the Ohio River that it's sitting on, and her name is Emily Davis. Kristen believes that Emily's presence of the ghost of a little girl is not actually a little girl, but she like comes out and she like befriends these people that she, that are in the house, and then she actually like hurts them. I think I've heard of her like pushing people down the stairs, pushing people out of the windows at the very top in the attic. So people believe, or at least specifically Kristen, I think others as well, believe that she's not actually a little girl, but that she's actually something like a demon that's in the house, that poses as a little girl to befriend people, get people to kind of follow and listen to her.
Hell no.
Yeah, so Emily will try to gain the trust of them, and then something bad usually happens. So, and usually when the investigators do that, they've captured like growls, and they've been scratched and they've been pushed. One of them was pushed down the stairs, causing them to run into a window near the bottom of the stairs and broke the glass. She's most active in the upstairs bedroom that's known to be Emily's room. And it's also the most active location in the house as well. So it's really interesting because, you know, they can kind of pinpoint the demons in it and super scary stuff like that.
That is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't there stuff they can do to help that, or what?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I guess I've never heard of anybody trying to do anything, but I would assume that somebody has, right? You know? I don't know. That's crazy.
Oh, this got like really loud. Oh my god.
So there's a couple people that also tell a few stories about this house. They're investigators, or they own a paranormal business or something along those lines, that often come and visit the house and stay in it. They say that the house kind of calls them back there every so often to just investigate and, you know, do their paranormal research and things like that. So they're actually really cool to listen to. Their name is, at least two of their names. I think there might be more, but they're the two main ones that I know of. So Brandy Fulkerson and Nicole Wilson. They actually have a lot of cool things on like record, like recordings and stuff that you can go listen to. Like for example, they were recording one time and they heard like the chairs in the dining room pull out. And they heard that in person, but they didn't hear anything else. But when they went back and listened to their recordings, they could actually hear two guys talking right after that happened. And you can go find it and listen to it. It's actually really cool. So, and you can hear it. I mean, I can't hear what they're saying exactly, but you can hear it's clear conversation. So,
the Bellaire House was the
cool.
movie came out in 2023.
So,
Recent.
it's pretty cool. I've also heard that after Kristen sold the house, she like went to live in Salem for a while, and now she's like now a medium and a psychic and all that. So there's also like the opposite side of people that are like, oh, she's a fake and all that, but you know, no one will really know, to be honest.
She was the one that lived in the house, or owned the house.
She's the one that bought it. Yeah, she was the one that bought it in foreclosure. Yeah,
and she's in that movie.
Is she? Yeah, she does a lot of the podcasts and a lot of movies, and if you actually go to the website for the house, there's like a whole list of movies she was in or she's done on the house. So,
oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah, I see her name on the movie title.
Yeah. So there's a lot of information out there. I think she did eventually move back to Ohio. I heard that when she was trying to sell it, she like let it go into foreclosure at one point itself, and the state didn't even want it, so they just like got rid of her debt and told her to keep it. I don't know how true that is, but I did hear that on I think a different podcast. So I was like, that's crazy. Like they're like, well, you don't own anything, but like take it, keep it.
Just keep it.
So she eventually did have to move back. I think they threatened to like sue her, or, you know, make her owe if she didn't take care of it or something. I don't know. So yeah.
Oh,
wow. Well, then I think she did something good with it then to turn it into research for paranormal.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
there's always somebody out there willing to do that.
For sure. I mean, now she probably makes loads of money off of it too, right?
Well, yeah, she was in a movie and she does all kinds of
she
stuff.
can buy more houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably has.
I think one of the other stories I wanted to say is for the investigators for Brandy and Nicole. They had a story that they had told before where one of them was in the house and they stay overnight, or at least they say they stay until the house tells them it's time to leave. So they listen to the house and they, listen to the spirits, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. So, she has one of them is like really super skeptical and like really scared, so she stays like in the safest places. So sounds like Shelley.
Yeah.
We'd be lucky to get Shelley inside the house.
Yeah, I
on the
wouldn't be in
grounds
the
at all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, in the yard.
I will be in the hotel room, and you guys could just video chat me.
No, you're coming. Actually, there was one time where she did video chat somebody, and the person on the video chat was like screenshotting pictures while they were on video with him. And later on, he called them and said, "Hey, turn on all the lights, because you guys don't know it, but I was screenshotting pictures as you were showing me the house, and he caught pictures of like spirits and things like that just in screenshots while on video, like on FaceTime."
God, that's freaky.
So, but yeah, anyway, back to the original story. I think Brandy was in the house and she had seen Nicole, or I could be opposite. I'm just gonna say names at this point. She had seen Nicole walking down the hallway, and it was towards like Emily's room or one of the more scarier areas of the house. And the girl had a ponytail and she was wearing the same color clothes, and she seen her walk like towards the bathroom, like she was going to go to the bathroom. And she had the thought, wow, that's really brave of her to do that, to go that way, to go that direction. And so I think she yelled for her a couple times because she wasn't answering her, and then eventually the other person answered back from a different part of the house going, yeah, like, what's up, what's wrong? And so she realized it wasn't her at all.
Oh my God.
But when she went back to where her friend was, she could see that the person that she did see was wearing the opposite colors of what her friend was actually wearing. So I think it was like a white shirt and black pants, and the ghost, or whatever you want to call it, she seen was like wearing a black shirt and white pants or something.
Just so you know that if I was ever in that situation, you guys see me walking down a hallway going towards the ghost, that's not me. Okay? That's not me. Just so you know.
She's possessed. Shelley needs help.
Just let her go at this point. It's because if she's going that way, there's something wrong with her. Yeah, so I think that's most of it. The house is still open for you to go visit and stay at, even till this day. So I think next time that we're in Ohio, we should visit it.
I just Googled it, and it said it's open for paranormal investigators and ghost enthusiasts. So, but guests are asked to bring their own blankets and pillows.
Shall I bring your own blanket and pillow?
There is no way that I would stay in that house. I'm sorry.
I'll just be like, Shelley, we're going on vacation. It's a surprise. You'll never know where we're going.
Well, now I know your little secrets.
No, and you'll never know. We go on a lot of trips. How do you know which one is going to be that one?
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio. Then I'll know.
Would you at least go on a tour in the house? It says the house is open for tours.
Like during the day.
Yeah. Would you go on a tour in the house?
I mean, I've done ghost tours before, but I don't think they've I don't know if it was real or not, but I don't know. I'd have to be saged and cleansed as soon as I step out. Maybe go to church for a while. I don't know.
Go to church.
That would be cool. We should definitely plan a vacation up there.
We should.
At least go on a tour inside the house. I'm not saying we have to stay inside the house, but
we should do a vacation of visiting haunted houses. That's what we should do.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Be fun.
I
Shelley
think
doesn't
I'm
want to tell us
sick.
now.
Shelley would get sick at such a convenient time for her.
I don't know. I think I would be, all kidding aside, I think I would be okay to go if I was never alone. There was always somebody with me, whether I'm grabbing onto their arm or not. Like,
She would have strict rules, is what she's saying. Strict
She'd have
rules.
an Excel sheet layout of rules for us that we'd have
Yep.
to repeat back to her before we
Yep.
even cross into the property to make sure we
This
know
is the
what's
deal,
happening.
and I will make you sign it.
They're under contract at this point. So,
Oh, jeez.
oh, wow. So I think that's going to be it for this episode.
Yeah, it was fun. Interesting. Now I want to go
Creepy.
watch the movie.
Yeah, we'll have to have a movie night and go watch it. I haven't seen it either, which is probably the only thing on this house I haven't seen, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's one of Wayne's favorite haunted houses or haunted stories. And so I've heard a lot about it. And I kind of wanted to do a lesser known one. So yeah, if everyone enjoyed it, it's something I'd like to keep up. Maybe once a month or once every couple months, do pick a haunted house and tell the stories and the history and
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
things like that. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun, Shelley. Okay. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening and tuning in.
Thank you for all your continued support for us. We are having a blast doing this, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, don't forget to follow us on social media at the 28th Angle Podcast.
And if you want to contact us or have any suggestions that you want us to talk about or any questions for us, you can contact us at contact@the28thanglepodcast.com. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. That's it for this episode of the 28th Angle Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us on our socials at the 28th Angle Podcast for more updates and behind the scenes content.
Until next time, keep looking at life from every angle.
Especially the 28th.